Wagwan people, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Rome. You're watching the Fourth Official, the place and the only place you can get that Jamaican American views on football with a heavy bias towards Manchester United. Now, before we get into things, people, I just want to make sure I thank everyone for subscribing, liking, and sharing the videos from the Fourth Official. We really do appreciate the support, and we hope that you continue to support the channel, continue to invite your friends to watch our videos, and let's build this like-minded community to talk about football. Now, I want to start off today's conversation by congratulating these three gems right here. There's not much that the Fourth Official can say that has not already been said about these three national treasures. However, I'd like to take a moment to say we here in the Jamaican diaspora, we know that the population of Jamaica cherishes every moment that we spend watching you guys dominate the rest of the world. And we are very, very proud to have you guys representing our nation. Thank you very much for what you've done. And we really do appreciate the hard work and dedication it takes to get you to this point. Again, there's not much that can be said. Words cannot explain our gratitude, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, without any further ado, people, referee, blow the whistle. Let's go. See, today I come to you with a heavy heart, people, a very heavy heart, because I don't know about you, but immediately after that Jamaican defeat against the USA, I felt disheartened, I felt broken, I felt hurt, I felt betrayed, I felt every single emotion you could after a disappointing loss like that, because we put so much into Jamaica going to the final, winning it all, that it was disheartening. And I felt like I was powerless just sitting here watching all of this unfold, and there's nothing I could have done, or anyone else for that matter, aside from those guys who are out on the field, aside from those guys who are coaching the team, and aside from those guys responsible for Jamaica's football in the federation. They are the only ones that can affect it. Think about the joy that we feel as Jamaicans right now watching the girls win 1, 2, 3 in the Olympic finals of the 100-meter race. Think about what that would do for the nation in terms of lifting our spirits. The entire nation proud of what we can produce on a world stage. So why is it that the Jamaica Football Federation seems inept to try to replicate those type of winnings, those type of feelings for the Jamaican people? One can only come to one conclusion, that they don't want to do this. They don't see this as a priority. Mr. Ricketts only see the Jamaica Federation as a cash cow, something that can line his and his friends' pockets. Now, I've been struggling for the past couple of weeks trying to figure out, what can we do? Where are we going next? How can we get rid of these man? Theodore Whitmore needs to go. Ricketts needs to go. The entire JFF needs to go. Down to the janitor needs to go. How can we affect this? Today, I read that this man gave an interview to the Jamaica Gleaner, making a couple things, and I'm going to paraphrase what he said here, but there are a couple quotes that I really want to talk about. The first one that says, the coach doesn't necessarily have to worry about his job. Absolutely not. The coach is safe. Of course his job is safe, because the JFF will not get rid of him, because he's playing his purpose. Theodore Whitmore, the one who will take all the blame, the puppet that JFF have on a string, like Pinocchio, Theodore Pinocchio Whitmore, he's not going anywhere, because the JFF have him exactly where they want him. Someone who's going to say yes for everything and take the blame for everything, because they know this man is a Jamaican footballing legend. They're just slowly breaking down this man's reputation and this man's stature in terms of the history of Jamaica because of what they're doing to the national team. Meanwhile, the JFF on the other side is just raking it all in. Of course, they're not going to fire him. And this is the sad part about all this, all people. This is the saddest part of him all. This man gave an interview to the Gleaner saying that they gave the team everything they needed to win this World Cup. 11 days in camp, everything they needed. How is it that you're giving them everything they needed when we're hearing that you're hiring one of the players' personal masseuse to be a masseuse for the team? Where is your masseuse for the team? You're hiring a videographer so you can improve the team's performances by watching them, analyzing them. Yet the videographer that you hired was one of the personal videographer that for the players that came from England, from Fulham, because Fulham send the videographer with the players so they can analyze their players. And you're hiring that man saying, oh, he's here for the entire team. Why are you pissing on our heads and telling us that it's raining, Mr. Ricketts? You feel like people don't know these things? Why? People, we need to get rid of the JFF. We need to get rid of the JFF. And I think I found a way out. It might be a long and very, very rough road, but I think I found a way out for us getting rid of these guys in the JFF. Ricketts on down to the janitors. I think I know a way out. It might be too late for the World Cup, And while I have my worries about the World Cup, I don't think we will make the World Cup if we continue on this current trend that we're on right now. I'm very skeptical about it. I'm making myself prepared because they say expectation breeds disappointment. So I will not be expecting much from this Jamaica football team for the World Cup qualifiers. That way, when they don't make it, I won't be as disappointed. I have to learn from your mistakes. The World Cup qualifiers now go catch me like how the World Cup caught me. I promise you that. Now, what is the solution, you might be asking? Well, let's get into it. But before we get into it, let me remind you guys, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and hit the share button. Share it with your WhatsApp, share it with your Twitter, share it on your Facebook, share it with your friends, your like-minded friends who want to talk about football. Thank you guys again for the support. Very much appreciated. Now let's get into the reason why I think we can definitely 100% get rid of this Michael Ricketts and the entire JFF, and ultimately get rid of Tapper Whitmore, which means we can bring in someone in so that Tapper Whitmore can preserve his legacy. We need to get CONCACAF and FIFA involved to investigate the corruption in the JFF. We know that the Ministry of Sports won't do it because for all we know, the JFF is lining their pockets every week too, with the money that they're getting from CONCACAF, with the money that they're getting from FIFA. I believe that as a people, as a group, as a platform on YouTube and all of the YouTubers around that follow football and follow the Reggae Boys, if we were to get this anecdotal evidence, get and even pull up actual evidence, not just allegations, but evidence of this corruption, we can start a petition, get that signed, push that to FIFA and CONCACAF for them to initiate an investigation or an audit into the JFF. But we have to pull together, people. All it takes is a petition, something that shows that millions, thousands of people are actually worried and concerned about this particular organization. And CONCACAF, especially with FIFA and all of their resources, will definitely, I think, put in an investigation. Because let's remember, especially with CONCACAF, someone mentioned this on the show earlier, which makes a lot of sense. Big up yourself, Chatara. CONCACAF, whenever they keep a competition, is nothing without the USA, Mexico, and Jamaica. Those are the three countries that bring in the most revenue in terms of viewership. USA, especially, and Mexico and Jamaica coming in third. And remember, what drives funding in these competitions is views. People who are watching, constantly switching the TV to watch it. People across the world are coming in, logging in to watch the Jamaica play in the CONCACAF competitions. And if CONCACAF gives you a certain amount of money for you to develop a team, develop a place so you can go further in the competition, and you're not using that money in the way you're supposed to, CONCACAF is going to want to know what's going on. So I do believe we have the ability to push this forward if we come together. So I'm here making a suggestion to you people, and I'd love to know what you think in the comment section. Do you think we can pull together as a nation, as a diaspora, as a platform on YouTube and other areas to come up with a petition? First, get the evidence and the anecdotal information that we need, come up with a petition, sign that petition, and get a letter over to CONCACAF and to FIFA asking for an independent investigation into the JFF, dismantle these men, embarrass them, force resignations, so we can get people into the JFF, similar to what's going on with the Reggae Girls, and get our football up and running so we can actually start to watch our football and be proud of our football, just like we're proud of these three Jamaican heroes that just won gold, silver, and bronze at the Olympics. And I will leave you with this. Remember how proud you are now of these three young women. Track and field, 100-meter race, especially for women. Since 2008, there have been 12 medals up in the Olympics for the 100-meter race. Jamaica has won 10 out of that 12. If that is not domination, I don't know what is. Think about how proud you are from that stat just now, and how proud you could be from watching the Jamaica football team racing knuckles against the best of the best in the world. But the JFF doesn't want that. These guys want to line their own pockets. They don't understand the power that they will yield by being with the JFF, by being the coach and being players of this national team. When Jamaica plays well in any sport around the world, notice the crime rate within the country during that period. Notice the love and unity within the country within that period. Notice the economical improvement in the country within that period. Remember, tourism is what drives our country, one of the main factors of our economy. And sports, of all of them, not the Bob Marley poster with the weed in our mouth. Sports is what brings people to the country more than anything else. And if we are not serious about the JFF getting out, then what are we serious about? I'm not just gonna sit here and mope and cry that I can't do anything. Let's get together. Let's fight this together. Let's get these man out. And you're never powerless. As long as you have a camera, as long as you have a voice, as long as you have a mind, you're never powerless. Those are my thoughts, people. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave your message in the comments. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you take care of yourself, take care of others, keep safe, wear a mask, manners.